Good morning, students. Today we're going to explain a new unit of vocabulary, Unit 13. We talked before about the way of explaining any unit, guys, and we said that we're going to divide each unit into two parts. Each part contains 10 words. But before explaining and interpreting the vocabulary, guys, we're going to read them. I'm going to read the first 10 vocabulary that we're going to explain in this part, guys. Repeat after me. Adapt, attest, dovetail, enormity, falter, foreboding, forlorn, haughty, impediment, imperative. We've just read the word that we're going to explain now, guys, in this part. Let's go directly to explain them. Word number 1, adapt. What do we mean by adapt, guys? Adapt? What part of speech, guys? If you looked at the word adapt here, it's a verb. What does it mean, guys? Suppose that I asked someone to change his class. What is he going to do in the other class? He will try to adapt to the conditions in the other class. He will try to make new friends. If he managed to, as we can say, to adjust to the surroundings around him, this means that he has been adapted to his new class. Look at the example in front of you, guys. As anyone who moves into a new home can tell you, it takes time to adapt to new surroundings. It takes time to adapt to new surroundings. So what does it mean, the word adapt here? To become familiar with. To become familiar with. So adapt means adjust, means fit. To become fit to. To become fit to. Look here. To adjust or change to suit conditions. If you changed your place in which you were born to another place, you will try to adapt to the other place. You will try to make new neighbors, new friends. You will change yourself in order to suit other circumstances, other conditions. This is the word adapt. It means to adjust. What about the synonyms? Regulate, alter, acclimate. What about the antonym, guys? What about the antonym? Let's see. Remain unchanged. Remain unchanged. The one who I asked him to change his class. If he remained unchanged, he wouldn't be able to adapt to the surroundings in the new class. Also, the one who had changed his birthplace to another place, if he remained unchanged, he would suffer a lot in the new place. So adapt means to be familiar with. To be familiar or to become familiar with. I'm going to say another example not existed in the book. The good thing about children is that they adapt very easily in the new environment. The good thing about children is that they adapt very easily in the new environment. Now let's go, guys, to the second word today. Attest. What do we mean by attest, guys? And what part of speech? If you looked at the word attest, guys, it's a verb. What does it mean, guys? To declare something true or genuine. To declare something true or genuine. To witness. To say that something is true or genuine. I can attest to the truth of her story because I too saw what happened. I can say, I can declare that her story is true. Why? Because I saw what happened. This is the word attest, means to testify. To declare something is true. To declare something is true. It means to bear witness, to affirm to be true or genuine. To affirm to be true or genuine. What about the synonyms? You have a lot. It means witness, verify, confirm, corroborate. What about the antonyms? To deny, to disprove, to refute, to rebut. Another example, guys. Suppose that I'm talking about the career of the Brazilian Ronaldo. I'm going to say an example about that. As Ronaldo's career attests, he was a footballer of world-class standard. As Ronaldo's career attests, testifies, witnesses, confirms, he was a footballer of world-class standard. He was a footballer of world-class standard. This is the word attest, guys. What part of his speech? It's a verb. Let's go, guys, to word number 3. Dovetail. Just look at the picture and you will understand what I mean by dovetail. If you looked at these two parts of wood, guys, you will find them fit to each other, connected together. Connected what? Together. So, dovetail means to what, guys? Means to connect or to cause something to fit exactly together. To cause something to fit exactly what? Together. This is the word what? This is the word dovetail. Look at the picture. We try to dovetail these parts of what? These parts of wood. We may be able to dovetail our activities with theirs if we all plan ahead. So, we may be able to connect our activities with theirs. I think it's easy. So, dovetail means what, guys? To cause something to fit together. To cause something to fit exactly what? Exactly together. It could be used as a verb. It could be used as a noun. Look here. What does it mean? To fit together exactly. To connect so as to form a whole. Look at the second example. We examined the fine dovetail the carpenter used to construct the antique chest. Suppose that we have a chest and the carpenter is trying to make its parts fit together, make its parts dovetail. Dove what? Dovetail. So let's complete. It means also a carpentry figure resembling a dovetail's tail. A carpentry figure resembling a dove's what? A dove's tail. So I think it's clear. What about what? What about the synonyms? To mesh, to jive, to harmonize. Harmonize coming from the word harmony. If we are in harmony, this means that you understand me and I can understand you easily. We are in harmony. What about the antonym, guys? Clash, be at odds. Be at odds means that there is disparity between me and you. There is difference between me and you. There is a clash between me and you. The opposite of the word dovetail. If our work together dovetailed, this means what, guys? This means that you understand me and I understand you. And our work with each other is what? Is in harmony. Is in harmony. This is dovetail. I'm going to give you another example. We're tired to dovetail our plans with theirs. We're tired to dovetail our plans with theirs. I think it's clear, right? Now let's go to word number 4. Enormity. Enormity. Enormity means immensity. Means immensity. Coming from the word immense. Big in size. Big in what? In size. The enormity of the disaster shocked and saddened the nation. The disaster was so big, and that shocked and saddened the nation. So enormity means what, guys? Enormity means immensity. Means immensity. The quality of exceeding all moral bounds. Okay, guys? I don't think you realize the enormity of the problem. Suppose that we have a problem and you don't realize how big the problem is. You don't realize the enormity of the problem. How the problem is very big. Suppose that someone inside the class made a mistake by responding badly to what the teacher asked him to do. He didn't realize the enormity of his misbehavior. He didn't realize the enormity of his misbehavior. The quality of exceeding all moral bounds. An exceedingly evil act or huge size or immensity. Now let's see, guys. What about the synonyms? Heinousness, atrocity, vastness. What about the antonym? Mildness, harmlessness, innocuousness. Innocuousness. This is the word enormity. Now let's go, guys, to another word. Word number 5. Falter. Falter. Falter means hesitate. Means tumble. Means stutter. You know, if you ask someone a question and he's not sure of his answer, he's faltering, he's hesitating. The newscaster's voice faltered as he announced it to the nation that the president was dead. Faltered, hesitated, stumbled. You know, when you are talking and you're not sure of your answer, you make some pauses. You're stumbling. This is what falter. It means to lose courage, to speak hesitatingly, to lose drive, to weaken, to decline. This is the word falter. It means waver, hesitate. What about the antonyms? Persevere, plug way at. Her friends never faltered in their belief in her. Her friends never faltered, never hesitated in their belief in her. Suppose that there is a competition and you ask someone to represent our class. So we, the students, never faltered. Never what? Faltered in his what? In his ability. We think that is going to make us win. So we never faltered in his ability. In the student's ability that we had chosen in our what? In our class in the competition. This is the meaning of the word faltered. Let's go, guys, to number 6. Foreboding. Foreboding, what part of speech? It could be used as a noun, it could be used as an adjective. It means what, guys, foreboding? It means a feeling that something very bad is going to happen. A feeling that something is very bad is going to happen. You know, guys, in the morning, when you see someone in the morning, you feel that something bad is going to happen. So he's a foreboding of a bad event or a bad accident that is going what? That is going to happen. Look here, as the hurricane neared, Residents of towns along the coast were filled with foreboding. All through that long and sleepless night, I was troubled by foreboding thoughts. So foreboding means what, guys? A warning or feeling that something bad will happen, or marked by fear, or ominous, or what? Ominous. There is a sense of foreboding in the world nowadays, as if fighting might at any minute break out. Another example, there is a sense of foreboding in the world nowadays, as if fighting might at any time breaks out. You know, guys, what is happening in the whole world nowadays because of coronavirus? All of us have what, guys? Have a sense of foreboding in the world nowadays. We don't know what is going to happen after that, but we hope that our God will be what? Will be merciful on us, guys. So this is the meaning of the word what, guys? Foreboding. Now let's see the synonyms. It means presentiment, premonition. You know, guys, sometimes you'll find some students, when they are going to school in the morning, when they see some people or some students in the morning, they feel that something bad is going to happen. They think that they are foreboding of an evil act, evil act. If they have an exam, for example, maybe they are going to what? To fail it. This is what? Foreboding. Now let's go, guys. What about the word forlorn? Forlorn means miserable. If you look at the picture, you feel that someone is very sad, very sad. So forlorn means what, guys? Means miserable, means very, very sad. When my best friend moved to another state halfway across the country, I felt extremely forlorn. Your best friend left the place in which you were born. You felt extremely forlorn, miserable, sad, totally abandoned and helpless, sad and lonely, wretched or pitiful, almost hopeless. She looked a forlorn figure standing at the bus stop. You went to the bus stop, you found a woman. When you looked at her, you felt that she's very sad. You said to yourself, she looked a forlorn figure standing at the bus stop. What about the synonyms? Woebegone, forsaken, bereft, pathetic. What about the antonyms? Jaunty, buoyant, blithe, chipper. Someone who's having what? Jaunt means someone who's having all kind of pleasures, by the way. Jaunty. He's wearing well. Okay, he's happy. So this is the opposite of the word well, guys. Forlorn. Let's go, guys, to number 8. If you looked at the picture, haughty. You're talking about someone who's really arrogant and conceited, guys. The haughty tone of voice in which you refused my invitation offended me deeply. You're talking, okay, haughtily, okay, or arrogantly, guys, in a bad way. Chillingly proud and scornful. Scorn what? Scornful, coming from the word scorn. When you insult someone. What about the synonyms? Disdainful, supercilious. She had a rather haughty manner. You went to a very beautiful woman to ask her for marriage, but you found out that she has a rather haughty manner. She has a rather haughty manner. She was talking arrogantly. Okay? She was talking arrogantly. She was a conceited person. Conceited person. What about the opposite? Meek, humble, unassuming, modest. Meek, humble, unassuming, modest. So haughty means what, guys? Means arrogant or conceited. Word number 9, guys, impediment. If you look, guys, at the picture, you will find a great stone hindering the way. Hindering what? The way. So what do you mean by impediment? Impediment means something that makes progress or movement difficult or impossible. Something that makes progress, movement, or achieving what? Achieving something difficult or impossible. It means an obstacle, guys. It means a hindrance. It means what? A hindrance. This is the word impediment. What part of his speech, guys? It's a noun. What about the meaning of that? Physical defect, a hindrance, obstacle. What about the synonyms? Obstruction, stumbling block. If you look here, okay, there is a great rock, okay, hindering what? Hindering in the way of cars. So it's what? It's an impediment. It's an impediment. I'm going to give you another example. In a number of developing countries, war has been an additional impediment to progress. In a number of developing countries, war has been an additional impediment to progress. It means obstruction, stumbling block. What about the antonyms? Help, advantage or advantage, asset, plus. Now let's go, guys, to word number 10. I think we studied this word a lot of guys before. Imperative. Imperative, guys. Could be used as an adjective. It could be used as a noun. What does it mean, the word imperative, guys? It means important or essential or necessary. Look here. If you step on a rusty nail, it is essential, it is imperative that you see a doctor as soon as possible. It is important, huh? It is essential, it is important or important. You will find some guys saying it important or important. It is important that you see a doctor as soon as possible. Also, it means what, guys? It means a command. Suppose that I asked you, open the door. Don't open the door. This is an imperative. This is a command, guys. This is an order. The writing of a thank you note to acknowledge a gift or act of kindness is a social imperative. Is a social command. What about the meaning? Necessary, urgent, important. A form, a verb expressing a command, like open the door, don't open the door. That which is what? Necessary or required. Essential, indispensable. What about the antonym? Non-essential, unnecessary, optional. I think it's clear, right? Thank you, guys, for today's lesson. Hoping to find it enjoyable. We're gonna complete this unit in another part. We're gonna make another video, guys, with the last 10 words. I hope you find this video enjoyable. If there is any problem, you can contact me on my email or you can call me on my mobile phone. Thank you.